Hey everybody, Old Man Alchemist back with another adventure in our Dune Awakening saga. Alright, so one last look around at our first base in the deep desert. Um, it's been an adventure, it's been fun, and we had a good time. So I've already moved all the stuff that was in the base over. Um, all the all the materials. So the only thing left to do is tear down the base. And first thing, let's go ahead and just start demolishing stuff. We've got those. I want to put that into the inventory. And we're going to just store all that stuff in the big chest that we have upstairs. So the buggy's already in there. We'll know exactly what we need to rebuild the base. I guess I should have. I guess I should have done a Solido projection. Next time, man. I'm not going to worry about it. Look at that setting sun. Oh my god. Yeah. Alright, so what do we have? Some Servox, steel, cobalt paste. And this guy. Yep. Okay, he's gone now. And they're all in there. Let's go ahead and take the fuel cells. There's no sense in leaving that. And then we're going to also just take the stone that we use for making the place. Just take everything that we're going to need. Again. Yeah, really all you need is a height of 4. Nothing more. What do we have? I still got plenty of room. Okay. So, what did we learn in doing the deep desert thing? Well, one, the deep desert's not as well. It is fearsome. Let's not be cocky. I had someone shoot at me when I was collecting spice. I didn't videotape that, but I was a little bit too concerned about getting out of there with the little bit of spice that I had in my my ornithopter. I guess we'll go and get this last Stravidium over here too. Just for the halibut. If it's still here. Yes it is. Maybe we'll go fly over there and get those 3 pieces and put them in the ornithopter. was a rough cut there. Okay. So yeah, you can treasure hunt. Excellent way to go ahead and get components and the things that you need. You can get spice. You can go, but you have to be strategic about it. You can't just expect to go there like when I got shot at. Yeah, it was early morning and nobody had normally been there at that time, but it was a holiday weekend. So, yeah, what can you expect? Somebody is probably going to be there. They've been frustrated all week doing a 9 to 5 thing. And then there's me. And so I don't begrudge that person whatsoever. Let's get this in there. Stravidium. And there's one more we can get right over here before we go. I'm tempted to I'm such a pack rat. I'm tempted literally to go and just make a final run flying to the places that I normally get Stravidium. But we've got a ton of it. Well, not a ton, but we have enough back at the place for, I think, almost 2,000. And for right now, that's enough. I mean, there's never enough. Oh, jeez. He's gonna go and do it anyway, isn't he? Oh, God. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm nuts. I'm crazy. I know. But we're here. We have the room. I have one of those big medium chests of storage chests full of titanium. So I don't need any titanium right now. And, you know, I'm not even going to bother with processing all that stuff, because the main thing that I'm looking forward to is the update. Supposedly now they're saying that the assault ornithopter storage is going to be increased to 2,000, which would allow me to carry back 10,000 plus spice sand, which is excellent, because that is one load of the large spice refinery, and I like that. I like that idea of that happening like that. So that would be good. Also, the fact that you're going to be able to let's just fly over there. Name your storage container. I didn't get the pieces. Yeah, I need to do that because we're doing it by hand, so we don't get as much. We're not above picking up the small pieces. I mean, we don't have to worry about that when we have the buggy, but this is the last hurrah. And I've got to say, man, I really have enjoyed the deep desert. The challenge of it, Just, it kept you on your toes. I mean, when you went out for spice, you were worried. Now, I'll admit to getting somewhat complacent, because, you know, everybody that I'd been seeing for a few days was like, okay, hey, we're harvesting, we're not fighting each other. And I thought this guy was, at first, just going to give me the, you know, the whole field, because, well, there's just so many blows going around, and just, why sit there and collect from the same field? It's, you know, there were 2 other blows right next to each other. I mean, 3 blows. It was crazy. But no, that person had the idea of, you know, again, it's the holiday weekend. But part of the other thing is just watching the using the Dune gaming tools. And I guess I should put a link in there. Since I mentioned them, I will put a link in this video for that. Just don't want it to slide. And of course it's sliding. Alright, over here. Jesus. Everything is slide, slide, slide. Come on, get nudged in there. There we go. Alright, let's get this last piece of Stravidium. And then we're heading back to Haga Basin. We'll get all that Stravidium processed. And I think we have, like I said, maybe 2,000 or so. So what did we get this time? 430, that's not bad. So our deep desert adventure, I think, was a success. I really did enjoy this. I enjoyed the testing stations. Yes, I died. But, you know, there was intel in there, man. And I was like, God, how am I going to get more intel? Well, that's how, I guess, is at least in that particular testing station. I don't know if every testing station gives you intel, but they definitely have thermoelectric coolers. And so when I need more of those, I just know, okay, you know, bring some stuff for prescience. What's really crazy was that spice hallucination I suffered. When I came back to base. That was pretty wild. I don't use a lot of spice. You know, I mean, I'm usually walking around with a spice level of 1, so why it... Who knows? I guess it just gets triggered after you use prescience 2 or 3 times or something like that. Whatever it is. But, you know, what did we accomplish? Well, we got a advanced vehicle fabricator, an advanced survival fabricator, an advanced garment fabricator, an advanced weapons fabricator, a medium spice refinery, and a medium chemical refinery. So I think this has just been an excellent week. We had enough spice to do all of that. We only have 180 spice left. I was thinking about making a cutter, Mark 6 cutter array for the buggy that I use here, and a Mark 6 storage for the buggy in the shoal. But then I thought, no, I don't want to use up the last of my spice, because I think it takes 80 each, and I only have like 180 of it or something like that. So yeah, I could make those 2 items, but then I'd be so low on spice it's ridiculous. And that's not where we want to be. There's no rush for that right now. And we're just going to hold off on that. The next week, we are looking to do the Assassin's Handbook. We just want to get that that first part of the story done. And we had said that we were going to get the tier 6 equipment before we did it. We've done that. We've got a tier 6 spit dart, or what the hell do you call that damn thing? Drill shot. And we got the armor. So I think, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, I'm going to need to make some... we'll put the batteries in there, the stone, that, and that. And that's everything that we need in order to make a base and pentashields and a buggy for collecting. So that's really good. We're going to get this in here with the other Stravidium and get that processed. So we have 1,500 now. We have a whole bunch. That's the titanium. And I think this guy has some. Yeah. And does he? He has a little bit too. So we're okay on titanium. Again, I'm not going to worry about processing that right now. I don't need it. And it takes so much water to process titanium. I want to get my water supplies back up. And that's going to give us another 692. So we'll wind up with that. And our push now is not so much the nice buggy parts. We can live with what we get. I've got a... I got a tier 6 storage, and if I'm going to harvest something, hell man, I'll just take my cutter array, the tier 6 cutter array, and slap it on here. But it's time to start replacing parts. If we look at the ornithopter, even when it's repaired, I think it's in the 70s or something like that. It's not... I don't like... repair it, and then I can grind it down. Yeah, so it's... it's orange. The wings... I don't know why some of the wings are more messed up than others. That's strange. I guess because we got fired upon. This is the only thing I can think of. When that guy shot at me, and one wing went completely red. And so I thought that, okay, well, we can repair that and everybody will be equal, but I guess not. Yeah, that guy is really tore up there. So I think that with it slightly repaired, I get a little more, you know, it took a few industrial pumps to make those wings. I think two, so I should get one back. And I have plenty of industrial pumps, so that should be all right. And yeah. So let's take a look now and see what those numbers are, because when you're running away, well, 84, 79, 87, 87, 87, 87. Should I, I mean, I've actually got a pair of wings. 4 of them. I just need to make 2 more, so I'm probably going to crunch those wings down. The engine, generator, and thruster, I'll probably do those too. I mean, no sense in using slightly damaged stuff. You need every ounce of health that you can when you're going in the deep desert, because when they start bombarding you, man, if you're already at 70%, you're going to reach red a lot faster. That's my theory anyway. I could be wrong. So, we're going to end this here. It's been a good week. I enjoyed it. We made that push before we went there. We got these 10 guys, which meant we farmed the Sentinel for a day. That was like 10 and a half, 11 hours, man. That was intense, just going back there every cycle and hitting that place. And, we got our first 2 medium storage containers. We had to make another container for these guys, for components, because this is just filled to the brim. I thought I had some, but I don't. I thought I had some regular industrial pumps in this one, but I don't. I have 38 of those thermoelectric coolers, but those are no longer a problem. We know where to go get them. And like I said, I was very happy with this week's haul. Everything we did. Yeah, our spice reserves are low, but the gods of coding have heard me, my supplications, and the demiurges of Funcom have said that the assault ornithopter, which I believe I was loading it up with 7,000 or 6,000, something like that. Anyway, we're going to be able to get the 10,000 plus that we're looking for from a spice field each run. And as long as things stayed the way they were, again, I'm going to, over the next week, really different hours of the day, just use that Dune Gaming Tools database, look at the server population, and see what's a good time. I'm sure there are plenty of times during the day where, if you have, all I need is about an hour, hour and a half, where the population is really low, and I stand a good chance of being able to get out there, get what I want. If I can do 1 run, 2 runs max a day, I'm happy. 4 days out of the 7. I'm not going to try and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But, I guess Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Um, that's 60,000. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad if I did 2 runs a day. 60,000 spice sand. Oh, yowza, daddy. That's 1,200 melange right there. You need 1,000 for the large spice refinery. But of course, those numbers I was crunching is in my head was for the large spice refinery. You only get about 133 for that 10,000 from here from the medium spice refinery. So you need 10 runs of that bad boy in order to get it, and I think the large ore refinery is another 7. But the first thing you want to build is the spice refinery. Get that going, and eventually 2 spice-infused generators. I've seen people say that they didn't think that they were economical, but if you can just take because I have more spice residue than I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this stuff? I mean, yeah, you use it with the particulate filters, but the other thing is that it goes for these guys. Not him. The battery, the spice infused battery. Fuel cell. Excuse me. You use spice infused fuel cell. You know, spice residue 65. Got to do a radiated slag, but you know that's no big deal. And okay, so I guess that's it, guys. We really filled out the production space. We have 2 more: the large spice refinery and the large ore refinery. Then probably 2 spice fueled generators, but you know, what is this? Survival. I think this is where you do the filters. Am I? Yeah. And you use spice residue for that too. Wow, you got to use a plastinium ingot for that? Ouch. Dang, man. What kind of noise is that? Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be making that. Maybe just gotta use duraluminum for that one. Well, it's either particulate or advanced particulate, and that means plastinium. But for those filter things, I don't use. If I'm not refining stuff, I don't need needed water capture, so that's not really going to be a 24/7. Eventually some of those things are going to be turned off, and the only thing I'm going to need is a bunch of irradiated slag, which is not really that difficult to get. You just go to shipwreck, go to the shoal, get plenty of them there. Some of the other shipwrecks, again, do it on a time of day when there's hardly anybody on and you have a good chance of not being molested. Alright, anyway, I keep on saying I'm going to end it. I am ending it now. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Again, huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed and liked the videos. You are helping the channel grow. We are marching steadily towards our goal of 100 subscribers. If you've been coming to the channel and haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Help me get to that 100 subscriber mark. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. help me get to that 100 subscriber mark. And also like the video, as well as like the videos of all the other content creators that you visit and consume, because it helps everybody out immensely. I was one of those guilty ones of really enjoying some videos, and then when it was over, just moving on to something else. But man, those likes are lifeblood. Those likes are like water on Arrakis. That's how important a like is. And a subscription, well, a subscription is a Fremen Deathstill. That's what a subscription is. You give me massive amounts of water for that. All right, so guys, stay cool and peace.